Hi everyone, Nils here and welcome back to the channel. So today we are playing Pet Legends, which is pretty much an identical version of Pet Simulator for the most part. But this game I think looks much better than Pet Simulator in terms of graphics and interface. So let's have a look on the game. So you're starting off here on the city fresh and you have a starting pet, which is cat. As you can see, this is the entire interface here. On the left and the right side of the screen. On the right side you have your currency, and then on the left side you have your teleport, you have your shop button and like trade and whole other stuff you can click on. So after spending like a minute or two on killing this thing, we finally have some sort of money to go ahead and summon a new pet. So we're gonna head over to the first egg on this new area and we're gonna open the expensive egg ones. And we're gonna spend the rest of our money on the cheaper egg, as we don't have any other money to spend on. And we get a dog here, so now we have 3 pets that we can actually equip. Right here is the shiny machine, where you can combine your pets with increased chance to give you a shiny, aka a stronger version for pet. You guys know how this works from Pet Simulator. But anyway, in order to access the next area, which is the desert, we need 15,000. So we're just gonna farm a little bit of money and I'll be right back. As you can see, we just got a big blue key, which I will explain later what it does and where it's useful. But for now, let's focus on gathering 15k and advance to the next area. At the moment, we also have a Halloween event going on, which you can access by entering this portal, and you have this huge Halloween bucket. And as you can see, the currency that you get out of it is the candies. So there is an egg here on which you can summon, which costs 10k each, and these pets are pretty good to start with. They're much stronger than your first area. So if you're just starting off and you don't have anybody to help you and give you any pets, you should definitely spend a little bit of time here and try to summon a pet or two in this area. These pets are pretty good. I think the base pets do 4k damage, so they're much stronger than your average pets you would get on the first couple of areas. Luckily for me, I was lucky and I was gifted with pets from this guy all of a sudden, and these pets basically carried me through most of the game. So shout out to Marcel Krug 01, what a legend. And yeah, this basically helped me like speed up my process by a lot. So we are here with our new pets, which are very strong, as I said earlier, and now things are pretty much easier. We unlock the next area, which is the desert, and I'm just like grinding some money here to head over to the third area, which would be Fire Castle, and it costs 100,000 to unlock. Luckily with these pets we just one-tap every money on the ground pretty much and everything just dies, so it's gonna be pretty easy to advance from an area to an area. Alright, so we have enough money now a couple of minutes later, and off we go to the winter area. Costs 500,000 to unlock, and you can see here is our auras upgrade, which I'm gonna talk about here in a bit. There is a whole bunch of these upgrade stations here left. On desert, for example, we had our basic upgrades, and this one basically increases your money income and costs gold to unlock. So our next zone costs 1.2 million, so it's gonna take a while to grind. Every area has its own egg, as you can see. You have your cheap and expensive eggs to choose from which you want to summon. However, with these pets that we have at the moment, we don't need to summon anything. Since we have enough money, we can unlock the Templar area now, and this area looks pretty nice. There's a waterfall on the left and the right side as well, and now we need 5 million to advance to Atlantis, which is the next area. So it's gonna take a bit to farm all of it. So as you can see, there's basically an entrance to these waterfalls, but this one costs bank credit, which we are going to talk about later in the video. But for now, guys, you should just focus on getting over to the last area, and that's literally all you have to do. Right, back we are here, and we have enough money to head over to the next area, which would be the rainforest. And let's just unlock it and head over. So as you can see, there is some stairs on the left, which also requires bank credit to open this area. But for now, we're just sticking out to grinding money, and we need 55 million to unlock our next area. As you can see on the right, we have our rainbow pet maker, which is basically the next step after the shiny version of the pet. You just combine shinies to create a rainbow. We're just gonna do this one for the lols, but unfortunately with 70% chance it didn't turn out well. So we're just gonna spend a bunch of our time now to grind up to 55 million. So we are now back and we have enough money to advance to the hunted area, which appears to be the last area for now. And basically once you get here, you're kinda done with the first part of the game. So you're just gonna spend a little bit of time here, grind some money, and then we can head back to the shop and I'm gonna show you what we have to do next. So I don't know exactly how much you should grind, but just spend like about 5 minutes maybe of killing stuff left and right so that you have enough money. Maybe if you guys don't get lucky enough to get some pets traded, get some of these pets right here. Let's see, it costs 10 million each pet. And yeah, stock up some money because we're gonna need them. Alright, so you guys saw that at the first area, when we just started, we got a key. And basically, each and every zone that we just went through drops a key. So you just have to kill stuff around until you get the key. And now you have to come over here to the very start of the map. Behind us, where is this huge door. And we have to plant in each and every of the 8 keys, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 8 of them. So you have to go through every single one of them and find all of the keys in order to unlock this door. If you are unsure about which key you have and which key you don't, you can simply just look at the door, and if you start from the bottom left one, which is the blue key that we got at the first area, and you just go around the circle, you can like tell which zone it is that you haven't. So the second zone, which was the desert, would be the yellow key, the magma lands would be the red key, etc, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's how you can kind of tell which one you don't have. Now guys, in case you struggle with getting a key, for example, for me this second area here in the desert, it took me almost 10 minutes of killing stuff until I got the key. I got pretty unlucky with this one. So right here on the desert we have these upgrades panel here. So if you walk in here, you can upgrade a whole bunch of stuff. For example, your movement speed, target reach. And here we have keys luck, which basically is the luck that you can loot the keys, pet damage, and luck when you open eggs. So all of these upgrades, as you can see from me right now, are maxed out, but you can max them out with gold coins. And in case you guys don't have any gold at the moment, it doesn't really matter. Like sometimes you find gold spawns on the ground, but that's not enough. So if you head right over here, there is a bank, and on this side of the bank you have you see a money to gold conversion exchange. So basically we're just gonna we're gonna go like convert 10,000, 100,000, or no, that's actually a million. Convert 1 million into, that'll be 2,000 gold. So you can just like gather money. That's why I told you guys to grind money on the very last area. So you can convert them into gold here, and you can just like simply upgrade your stuff here. And it's definitely going to help you kill a lot less to get the keys, because sometimes they can just be very hard to get on some areas. Alright, so here we are back with our very last key, and once we put the key in, basically the game asks us to find the golden key to now open the lock in the middle. So in order to find that gold key, you have to visit these areas that we saw on the left and the right side of the other areas that we visited earlier that cost credit in order to unlock. So as you can see here, if you go on the other side of the bank, you can exchange your money for credit pretty much, and just throw in a whole bunch of money and change it to credit. And I'm gonna show you on which area you have to go instantly, so you kinda don't have to waste your time. Alright, so here we are over at the rainforest, and we're gonna go up on the stairs. You need to have 50,000 credit in order to open this door, and this is where the final key is behind. In case you're wondering about the other two, so basically the Firelands have a giant chest behind, which you can just break to gather gold, and the other two have eggs which you can hatch for basically every fighter that you get on here. You can get a shiny version of it. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth if you want to collect all of the shinies. So we are back here and we open the door, and it's honestly one of the coolest animations that I've seen in a while. Basically, the aliens come in and invade us, and we are getting transferred over to a techno version of our world, and off we are again at the beginning, and we have to go to the end. Over here to the left we have our new eggs with the tech style pets. So we just have to grind again. We also have a new currency, as you can see. These are some sort of purple stars, and honestly it's pretty cool. I didn't expect it to happen, but I really enjoyed it. So you can see even right in the chat, this is dope, and I really liked it. So this part is going to take you a while to grind, as the level in power is kind of significant. So I would suggest to maybe summon a pet or two to help you, especially if you don't have any good pets until now. But yeah, it's a little bit hard, and it's going to take a little bit time to grind. Also, I would definitely suggest using one of the codes that gives you 3 times more money. There is a couple of codes out which you can use, and they're definitely going to speed up your process. Right, so we have enough money to open our new area, which is the pyramids, and it sort of looks like a futuristic desert with like a neon pyramids. Very cool. And again, we have 2 eggs here, and here on the left side you can see there is a machine here. So this machine effectively clones any of your pets that you put in. You just put a pet inside, you throw 50k gold, and 12 hours later you're gonna come up with 2 pets pretty much, which is pretty handy when you get like to the end stage of the game and you kinda wanna double up your pets that are very hard to hatch with very low drop chances. So very definitely cool addition to the game. And now we have to farm until we can open our next star, which is gonna take a while, so I'll see you guys soon. Alright, off we are to the cyber castle now that we have enough stars to unlock it. So there we go, 550k stars, and we can open it. So the good thing about this area, guys, is that there's actually a huge chest here, so you don't need to constantly like go from one thing to another to crack. So you can just send your pets over to the huge chest and you can just relax. You don't have to do anything. You can just go AFK for a while and you can come back later. So on the left side here, as you can see, there is a gigantic door. You can enter in, and there are 2 more eggs which you can hatch on. I personally hatched a couple of pets here just to use them as my 5th pet, since you can have 5 pets, and I got 4 gifted initially. And these pets are pretty good. So we have gathered 900,000. We can head over to the second to last area, which is the ice mushroom, and it's basically like a snowy area with a frozen lake in the middle. Pretty good looking. I really like the maps in this game. They all look nice. And this one is going to take a while until we gather up to 1.1 million to open the next. As you can see on this area, there is only 1 star, and there is not really 2 as opposed to the most areas. But I would just suggest at this point to just gather enough stars to unlock the last area and you can hatch there. There's really no point to hatch here anymore, as we're so close to the last one. So here we are a couple of minutes later, and we are ready to enter the void area, which is the last one. And oh boy, does this place look cool. There's like a gigantic cube in the air. This place looks really damn cool. I don't know about you guys, but I really like the way this looks. And again, we have a huge chest here to farm on, so you don't really need to go around left and right to break stuff. You can just like leave it on the chest, and there is 1 star again to hatch on. It costs 250k, and these are the best pets that you can get here. Right, so at this point we have pretty much reached the end game, and now what you have to do is you have to find the haunted key. As you can see here, basically the house is locked, and this brings us to the Halloween event and to the very last sort of level of pets you can get. So what you have to do in order to get this key is we have to go all the way back to the starting area, and we have to like slowly open these doors on the left and the right side, like one by one, until we end up getting the key. Again, remember that having higher key luck from the upgrades vendor, on the desert is going to help a lot with this one. So just go around basically on the circular motion around the city and open every door until you get the key. So once you find a key, teleport back over to the Haunted Isle, or whatever the name is, the Hunter, and now you can access the door to the Hunter house, and here's where you will find the new eggs, which are the strongest ones in the game at the moment, and the currency for these are the cotton candies, which I will show you in a bit where you can access. So this one costs 700k, and here on the left side we have our strongest one, which costs 10 million each. And you will notice that they give only 2 pets, but these pets are basically the strongest ones that you can find in the game. Now you're just gonna teleport back to the town and you're gonna enter the Halloween portal, and basically all you have to do from now on is you just have to farm the cotton bucket, the candy bucket, until you have enough candy, and you're just gonna basically be going back and forth on the Haunted Isle in this place. So as you can see, I have my pets attacking it and I'm collecting candy right now, and you can just go ahead and teleport over to the Hunter. Your pets are still gonna be locked on the bucket until the bucket is destroyed, and basically just enter here on the house, head over to the left, and you can start like hatching pets while your pets are bringing candy for you. And yeah, most of the times you're gonna have the frog, but there is a small chance that you're gonna get the other pet one, which is this one right here. Apparently it's called Mummy. And yeah, good luck guys. Basically at this point you just start hatching frogs, and then you're gonna turn them into shinies and into rainbows. As you can see, my team is basically 5 rainbow frogs, and once I get lucky enough to gather a whole bunch of these, I'm just gonna replace them with these, and this is the strongest pet in the game at the moment. If you manage to get into the rainbow effect, it's gonna be much stronger. This is not that strong, but in comparison, this was the pet that I had when I started the game. So if we wanted to compare them, this gives us like a 45k damage and this gives 235k. Obviously a significant difference, however this is like much cheaper. So that would be like 14 times cheaper if I'm not mistaken. Like 14 of these would be one of these, something like that. Yeah, it's somewhere like that, I think, in terms of money. Anyway guys, that was pretty much it for this video. Let me know if you guys liked the game, if you've played it, or if you are willing to play the game. As always, if you're willing to try out the game and play it, I can give you out some of the pets that I have at the moment, and they're gonna help you like effortlessly progress through the game, and especially like the first couple of maps of the game. Like getting a whole bunch of frogs from the Hunted Vendor is pretty much nothing, as you saw. It costs like 10 million candy each, and it's pretty easy to farm, so I can just toss a whole bunch of frogs at your way, guys. But yeah, just let me know in the comments, and as always, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button to help me out a lot. Make sure you also click the notification bell to not miss any of the future uploads, and until the next video, take care.